And welcome back to the MANvFAT Wales YouTube channel. Something like episode 103, 104? Over 100 episodes. You see, I've done that before. I've said that so many times. And I'm joined today by Captain.
At the moment, yes.
At the moment, you're not confident of the second turn.
I think Pete's going to overthrow me. Yeah.
Current captain of Hefty Shades of Grey, Joe Jackson Johns.
Yes.
Where's the camera? I've never done that before. Same name as my son. It's a very strong name.
It's a solid name. Yeah.
It's a solid name. You can't go wrong. And you've got an extra J in your initials. So
I have, yeah, since marrying a Welshie. So
absolutely
yeah. Add on the J's.
How are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you. Looking forward to playing tonight. So.
Yes, I was, and then so your team are playing my team tonight. I was weighing everyone in as I normally do on a Friday. It became clear to me that we're going to get thumped.
on the scales, at least, maybe.
We've got two borrows as well.
Oh, fair play.
I think
I wasn't aware of that. That's okay.
We've got two borrows as well. I think it's going to be a real thumping. But I believe that thumping will signify the success of a very good season for you boys. Is that right?
Hopefully. We've been solid on the scales every single week. Pitch has been very up and down, but we've had some, great moments on the pitch and terrible moments on the pitch, but the scales we've been consistently solid. Some people on our team, Simons, your Rosses, they literally lose 2 kilos every week, so that's beyond commendable.
Sure.
And we can all aspire to do that sort of
good
thing.
people to have around.
Yeah, totally.
So I believe top of the scales league and top of the combined,
yeah. Again, the scales results just seem to carry us through remarkably most weeks, which is great. I think we're on a really good team at the moment. So
been a great team season, obviously culminating in the championship that will be secured tonight with victory.
Hopefully,
yes. Let's look forward to the celebrations there. I mean, look forward to see what happens. But tell me about your journey from the beginning. So what brought you to MANvFAT in the first place? 'Cause it wasn't this club.
No, it was up in Rotherham to start with, where I initially joined. It was pre-COVID, so I'm thinking late 2019. It's either like October, November 2019, something like that. We initially started. It mainly just been a bit overweight, finding myself out of breath doing quite normal stuff like going up a flight of stairs or walking to the car or whatever, and thinking, this definitely weight related. I feel a little bit podgy, so I've gone and weighed it and signed up for MANvFAT because I'm always into my football, and it's just it's better because you can do everything at a bit of a slower pace. I've tried playing leisure leagues and things like that, and it's just not. It doesn't help me with my weight loss in the same way that the specific scales sort of MANvFAT element.
You can bump into some boys at leisure leagues, can't you?
Well, yeah, some the semi-pro type, they can just run rings around you lose every game 10-0, and it's very disheartening. So I think, I wanted to do MANvFAT because it looked like more my speed, I suppose, and I think it's definitely helped with the weight loss considerably, albeit COVID and everything, I piled a bit back on. I started to chop it off again coming back from Rotherham, and then, when we moved down here at Christmas, the Newport League has been fantastic as well.
So you were start of the year with...
Yeah, January or late January or something, maybe early February. And
what was the goal? You've mentioned about being a bit overweight and not wanting to get out of breath doing something.
Feeling healthy, yeah.
What was the end sort of goal then? And is that the same as the end goal now, or is that something
different? It's really just to get down to a healthy BMI. So for me, when I started MANvFAT in Rotherham, I was actually 99 kilos, and my healthy BMI is about 92, 93. So I wasn't actually a mile off. But then over COVID, went up and stuff. And I think when I came down here, my starting weight's actually about 105 or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm sort of slowly shaving that back off now. But I think just getting down to healthy BMI. I already feel fitter now than I did in January. So it's clearly having an effect, and it's clearly doing the right sort of stuff for me, helping me watch what I eat, etc.
And what's the results this season? So 105 when you began. Where would you say?
105 when I began. I'm sort of just below 97 now.
Oh wow! Okay.
So you know, and that's on the way to trying to get to about 92. So I'm sort of you know, over halfway on what I'm intending, and then I just want to maintain that, and obviously not slip back into a pattern where I'm eating more than I should be doing or exercising less than I should be doing again.
So it's the Rotherham League and the Newport League you've been a member of?
Yes, that's correct.
Why did I think Preston was in there somewhere?
I don't know. I've been to Preston once.
Northern thing.
I've been into Preston bus station.
Right,
That's about
okay.
it.
Scrap Preston then. Let's talk about Rotherham. And I want to talk specifically about any particularly great moments. Now, anyone that hasn't seen them, I would encourage you to go and find the pictures of Joe at the second MANvFAT tournament, the St George's Park one, where I think you played for Rotherham that day.
Yes.
Some pretty fierce pictures that's still used in marketing material today.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was great. It was a really good experience, and anyone nationally, MANvFAT, who gets the opportunity to go to that tournament should do. It is brilliant. It's really competitive. We got absolutely demolished by Newport, amongst other teams.
My favourite part of that story.
I think we maybe lost all but one of our group games, but it was still a fantastic day. There was another team from Rotherham actually there as well. Brilliant. And both teams got knocked out fairly early on. But yeah, Newport was solid. I think they went on to win the whole thing.
I don't remember you and my Newport were out in the quarterfinals.
Right.
Penalties.
Okay.
So I think you played the Newport that went on to
I think we played the Newport A team or whatever you want to call
it.
Well,
we didn't A and B it, but we did obviously Scan had to go on one team. So it was Scan's team that went on to win, but he was supported by a great bunch of players.
No, they were all fantastic. They were running rings around us, but I mean it's testament to the way things are done down here. Because in Rotherham and other MANvFAT pitches that I've seen, they play with boundaries, so you can kick the ball out for throw-in or a corner or a goal kick. So there's breaks in play.
Sure.
Here it's the cage fight. It's in for the entire match pretty much, so it's a lot more relentless down there. I'd say you have to be fitter to play in the Newport League overall, but also with that challenge comes a greater opportunity to lose weight as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a great story about that tournament that you might not have heard, which in our penalty shootout, we went to extra time. I think it was like 2 minutes extra time. 15 seconds to go, the team we're playing substitute their keeper, and they bring on this absolute mountain of a man to stand in goal for the penalty shootout.
Right.
So he played outfield for the game, he was going in goal for the shootout, and he was huge. And he had to shake hands with our keeper naturally before the shootout started, which was Pep. And it was this brilliant visual of Pep shaking this guy's kneecap as they went to be the penalty shootout against each other.
Oh, that's
truly quite a special thing.
Yeah.
Any particular Newport moments that are worth bringing to the airwaves?
To be honest with you, I think just the best thing about the Newport League is the support that the teams give each other. It's more than one specific moment, because I think what blows me away here is like the week in, week out commitment to it. You know, coaches, players. Sounds like I'm gushing over it a bit, but genuinely, I would say the support you get down here, I can't imagine how it could be done any better and how it could be done any more fairly. You're not like mothering people or getting on people's backs too much about the weight loss, but equally your team holds you accountable and they support you when you get it right. And certainly I've only played with the Greys so far being down here because I haven't been here that long, but I think this is the way that I will lose my weight successfully, and I know that stands for other players on that team as well. They will lose their weight successfully because of just the whole supportive ethos that's going on down here. So it can't be one particular moment, it's just week in, week out, win or lose. I think it's great to be down here whenever you can be to lose the weight, genuinely.
Well, thank you so much for that and for your time as well. It's appreciated. I'll ask you one more question before we go, and then you can go and stuff my team out on the pitch. What would you say to any man who was similar position to you? He was thinking about wanting to lose weight, didn't know where to go. He's looking at MANvFAT as an option. What do you say to him?
I'd say it's better than the gym in that you're accountable to other people. In a sense, you know, there's other people on your team who are checking your weight loss week in, week out, seeing how you do, celebrating your successes, helping you out if you've gone wrong and had 5 McDonald's that week or whatever. As genuinely happened since I've been down here. I've had 5 McDonald's in a week. So I know it's ludicrous for an adult man to say that.
Did Pete get on your back about that?
Well,
Does he know?
it's just you know, because you have to share your diaries or your calorie counting and stuff. And it's that 1 week where you've been hitting like 3,000 plus calories every single day, and normally you're like under 2,000. And
Ross just let that shit go.
Yeah, you're just like, Jesus, where did that come from? So I think, back to your question, reasons for joining MANvFAT, it's that accountability, but done in like a fair and friendly way. No one's actually shouting at you for it or whatever, but it just makes you think a bit more, I shouldn't be eating that. I shouldn't be putting that into my body. That's a bad choice. And actually, you know, people will know about that come Friday. So don't do it. And psychologically it then stops you from doing it. And it helps because ultimately you're not eating bad food then.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah. Cheers, Bill.
Thank you.
Nice one.
Listen carefully, Nate. Me and Mike's band playing over the top as the video cycles up.
Does it right? Excellent. Okay.